Monday, December 14th, 2020. This is our regular scheduled meeting of the town council meeting in Geraldine. And ask if you will to stand as we have prayer and then pledge to the flag. Heavenly Father, we're thankful for the day that you've given us, for opportunities that you allow us to serve, and we have a sad heart. But thankful for the support that we see here. Thank you for Tim's service for so many years to our community. Thank you for the bar that he set high for us to work hard and achieve and do the right things. And thankful for that. Pledge you'll be with us in the meeting. We'll make decisions good for our community. And again, we thank you for each one that's here. We pray your blessings on the many that are sick and hurting for different reasons. And ask your blessings on them as well. Pray that you'll be with our country, our state, our county, and our community, and that we will be good servants each day. Ask in your name. Amen. Go ahead and pledge the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. May be seated. I'd like to welcome each one that's here. Appreciate each one being here. Appreciate Zach Kevin from Southern Force being here. Daniel Taylor from Sam Mountain Porter. We'll say special thanks to Dr. Wigley for being here, Marshall County Superintendent, and for the support shown last week from her department. Thanks for being here tonight as well. And to each one of you, appreciate each one being here. Let me mention, if you haven't already, please sign in over there so we can have a moment for our minutes. Okay, council members should have a copy of the minutes of the December 8th work session. Are there any questions or comments on those minutes? Okay, not hearing any of those, we'll stand approved as printed. Ask you to initial page 1 and sign page 2. And that'll get us to the minutes from the November 9th council meeting we covered in the work session, but I'll ask if anybody has a question or comment about those minutes. Not hearing any today, we'll stand approved as printed as well. Ask you to sign page 3, initial page 1 and 2. And now, council commission, I'd like to vary from the agenda just a little bit here and make an exception, and I'm going to read a portion of Alabama law considering procedures in the event of a vacancy in the city council. It says a vacancy in the office of city council member in any class 7 or class 8 municipality, and we're a class 8. It's done by population. Shall be filled by the city council at the next regular meeting or any subsequent meeting of the council. The person elected shall hold office for an unexpired term. In the event a vacancy is not filled within 60 days after it occurs, each existing council member, including the mayor, may submit a name to the governor for appointment. The governor fails to make an appointment from the submitted name within 90 days. The judge of probate shall call a special election to fill the vacancy. It goes on and on, stuff that's not going to apply in this case. We've had conversation with Melissa Gilbert, and our council is in agreement to ask her to fill that vacancy. And so I'll ask for a motion from the council member at this time, considering that.
So my motion. I'll second.
Okay. Okay, we have a motion and a second, any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, no. Okay, that motion carries. So we welcome you, Melissa, if you'll come up, we'll get you into office. Glad to have Connor here tonight to hold Tim's Bible, I believe. Place your hand on the Bible, raise your right hand, and repeat after me. I, Melissa Gilbert, solemnly affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States
I solemnly affirm that I will uphold the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Alabama,
and the Constitution of the State of Alabama,
so long as I continue a citizen thereof,
so long as I continue a citizen thereof.
and that I will faithfully and honestly
And I will faithfully and honestly
discharge the duties of the office of councilwoman
discharge the duties of the office of councilwoman
upon which I am about to enter
upon which I am about to enter
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability.
so help me God. Thank you.
I'm horrible with words, okay, so you have to bear with me, but I'm probably the one that up here that's probably known Tim for the least amount of time. And, I just want you to say that we appreciate you, and I love Tim. I mean, he was good to me, it'd make a man, he be one day, know that he's your best friend. And we appreciate his service, and we appreciate you doing this too.
We appreciate his family and friends being here as well. And, we're gonna go on with the meeting. If anybody feels like they need or want to go ahead, you may, but, it's gonna be a fairly brief meeting, don't have a lot covered. And, but, you know, anytime if you need to go, the door's unlocked. But again, thanks to everybody for coming and showing your support. And I can't tell you how thankful I am, that Melissa's gonna do this, and, it's a great family. Okay, on the agenda, police report.
No report.
And next thing is T-ball field. We've been trying to buy some property to build a T-ball field on for at least a year. And, it's been,
I've got one in Clover there if you want.
okay. Yeah. And I talked with we've been waiting on a survey, basically, is the holdup right now. Talked with the guy that, working on the survey, and former council member Terry Harris has been working on this real hard, trying to get this done. Like I say, been working on it a long time. The surveyor told me this morning, he said, well, I emailed Terry something several weeks ago, and so I asked him to send it to me, and it was dated 11/23, but he has a section blocked off here on the drawing here. It says 5.005 acres. We're looking for about 5 acres. It's adjacent to the ball fields that we already have, so we wouldn't have to build new concession stand, new restrooms. That's why we wanted to put it there. And, but down at the bottom here, it says 3.377 acres, so.
That's what he told me, so I'm not sure, but he seemed to think that they might go ahead and sell all of it. I think that, what they talked about at the beginning was just 3.3.
That might, when I talked to him, he said, so they're keeping the wooded part up there, and I said, yeah. He said, well, are they gonna need a area over there to run the cows back and forth? And I said, yes. And so that may be the difference where he's gonna block that off, don't know, but, he said he'd be back in touch with me later this week, but, did at least get something I think we can work with now and proceed, and, I've got a copy for everybody just to look at, see where it is, but right, I mean, it's where we needed it to be, and, I think we'll be able to move forward with that pretty quick. Gets us to unfinished business, we've got, resolution 2020-12-14 to change the speed limit on County Road 52, inside the town limits. It's a county road, it's part inside the town limits. We can adjust the speed limit on, with a resolution. And this will, change the part on 52 up just past the ball fields to 227. And that will then, all of County Road 52 inside our town limits, it will be 35. We had the first reading of this at our work session, and, so requires 2 readings, so I'm gonna read it the second time. I need to get somebody to wake you up when I get through, real interesting. This is, resolution number 2020-12-14, resolution reducing speed limit. A resolution of the town council and the mayor of Geraldine, Alabama, reducing speed limit. Whereas the mayor and town council of the town of Geraldine, Alabama have determined it would be in the best interest of the safety and welfare of the citizens of the town of Geraldine, Alabama, and those traveling upon the roadway, the speed limit on that portion of DeKalb County Road number 52, which portion is located within the town limits of Geraldine, Alabama, to be reduced from the current speed limit of 45 miles an hour to a speed limit of 35 miles an hour. Now therefore it is resolved as follows. 1, for the best interest of the safety and welfare of the citizens of the town of Geraldine, Alabama, and for those traveling upon the roadway, the speed limit on that portion of DeKalb County Road number 52, which portion is located within the town limits of Geraldine, Alabama, hereby is reduced from the current speed limit of 45 miles per hour to a speed limit of 35 miles per hour effective immediately. Number 2, the mayor hereby is authorized to cause new signs to be posted upon the roadway reflecting the new speed limit of 35 miles per hour, and to otherwise notify the public through posting notices or publication or both of the new speed limit. Further, Mayor Chuck Abels and Donna Johnson, the Geraldine Town Clerk, are the proper officers to execute and attest this resolution, and shall execute and attest the same. I'll ask for a motion to adopt this resolution.
Make a motion.
Okay, have a second?
Second.
Okay, motion by Councilman Rook, second by Councilman Taylor. This requires a voice vote, so, Councilman Lincoln. Aye. I vote aye as well. And just quick thing, in a town our size, the mayor doesn't necessarily vote, doesn't have to, unless it's a tie. And, you know, with 5 council members, you don't have a lot of ties, but have to do that time or two, if somebody's absent or something, but, I can vote at any time, so, I just want to get my name in on that one as well. Okay, that passes. Moves us to new business, and, in our work session, we discussed a one-time raise for employees, full-time $125, part-time $50. This is, another name for bonus, which law doesn't allow you to do bonuses in municipalities, so they do allow one-time raises. So I'd ask for a motion, we do one-time raises. We really don't have any part-time people, so it'd just be, the 6 full-time people that we have. I'd ask for a motion.
I'll make a motion.
Okay, have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, second by Scott Terrell. Any discussion? Okay, we have a motion and a second floor for one-time raises for full-time employees of $125. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, no. That motion passes. Next item is to hire a full-time police officer. We've had one to leave, have a vacancy, and as we discussed in the work session, like to hire Brian Slayton, start January 1st at $16.20 an hour. He's currently working at Crossville, has a lot of experience, has worked as a state trooper, I believe, and, we talked about the work session, so I'd ask for a motion that we hire Brian Slayton as full-time officer.
So moved.
Have a second? Second by Tony or Scott. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Any opposed, no. That motion passes. Next item, we discussed in work session, hire Jeremy Johnson as to send to the police academy. As soon as the police academy starts, which we think is gonna be about mid-February.
February 15th.
Okay. And, the way that works, in order to go to the academy, you have to be employed by a town. So he will be employed here, we'll pay him a salary, and, when he finishes the academy, he will be, required to work for us for 2 years. And, so I'd ask for a motion that we follow through with this recommendation.
I'll make a motion.
Okay. Have a second?
I'll second.
Any additional discussion? Okay, motion and a second, to hire Jeremy Johnson, send to Police Academy. His pay will be $13.50 an hour, which, starting pay was set by council much earlier. That'd be what any starting officer would make here without experience. Okay. All in favor say aye. Any opposed, no. Motion passes. Have any questions about any of the bills? Shall have copies of. And we cover this in work session, and sometimes questions might come up between work session. We do it on the Tuesday prior to the meeting, and, gives us a few days to check on things if we do have questions come up. No questions, now a motion to pay the bills as printed.
So moved.
Okay. Have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Lingenfeld, any discussion? All in favor, please say aye. Any opposed, no. Okay, that motion carries. Most of the time on our meetings, we, allow a time for public comment. We ask that these comments be limited to 3 minutes if possible. And, it's time to ask questions about what's going on, or, make a report about something, or anything about, involves our community. So, let me get my stopwatch fixed here, and I'll ask if there's anyone like to make a public comment. Okay, gets us to other council business. I've got a couple of things here that I'll go ahead and take care of that's come up since we did the agenda. Got a card in the mail today from the town of Sylvania. The Dear Gilbert family, Mayor Abel, council, and employees, we are so sorry for your loss, wishing you peace and comfort. Sincerely, Mayor McClendon, Sylvania Town Council, and employees. Couple of things, we got a check today, the CARES Act, which was the, remaining $18,063 that, was coming our way that we'd applied for, and, just want you to be aware of that. That gets us, we'd gotten our first big check a while back, and, that amount was based on population, and, so it was a total of around $67,000 that we got from the CARES Act, and, we've talked about some things to do with that, and some of it, you know, it's going to the police department and some other things, but anyway, we talked about what to do with it. Anyway, that check did come in today, and that gets us up to date on that. There's something going on in the community. There's a gentleman that is, working on the watershed map, and, he's involved with the, DeKalb County EMA, GIS system, and that kind of thing, make people aware of where all the neighborhood creeks and things are, and he came by and, brought some information to me today. He's got a big map that, the EMA did for him to show some different trails, and it shows, you know, the different creeks and things available that are around, and, there's gonna be a little program at our town library tomorrow from 11 to 1. Everyone's invited to that, and there's some information right here about that, if anyone would like to see that. One of the quick things that I have, happy to get to announce a new business coming to town. Feel like most any new business is good, for us, and, we've talked about for years how important it was for us to have sewer here in order to get new businesses. So we got that done, and, you know, it's not something that happens immediately. We knew it wouldn't, it'd take some time, but, over here behind the Shell station on that vacant lot, they closed last week on a deal to build a Family Dollar store there. And, be able to access it from Highway 75 or 227. And, you know, I'm not real familiar with Family Dollar. I've seen them around, and, but, you know, whatever business they do will help us. So, just wanted to let you know about that. The deal just got done Thursday, I think. Donna's had been doing a lot of work on that for a few months, communicating with them. And I think that's all I have. What other council member has something?
Another is, Geraldine nutrition.
Yep. In the strip center up by, across from Tickle Pink. They do smoothies, nutrition drinks. Anybody else? Okay, again, we are excited and welcome Melissa to our group. And, there'll be some learning to do, and I know you've been, aware of a lot of things going on, and there are a lot of rules and regulations we have to go by, and procedures, and, we'll be getting you some information on that. There's some videos that are available from the Alabama League of Municipalities that are helpful, and, I think I can say we'll all be in support anytime we can help you, and, again, thanks to everyone coming out and supporting. I just ask you to continue to pray for their family and others around, and, we'll be adjourned. Thank you.